Welcome back. Today we are testing the money-making method for crafting necrotic runes. How many can we make per hour, which ones are selling the best, and what you will need to do it. It will be interesting to test this method now that the new-ish passing bracelet and ring of imbuing is now available, and also the upgraded underworld grimoire. So if you have ever done any necromancy, you know that you go through a fair amount of runes while in combat. So obviously there's going to be a fair demand for replacement runes, especially as most people prefer to stay in combat rather than creating mats required. Iron Men are exempt, of course. This is a bit of a grindy method and involves going to a bank, loading a preset with all your pouches and runes, and then teleporting back to the necromancy rune altar and creating your selected rune type. Skill levels recommended are 92 rune crafting, 50 necromancy, 93 summoning for the abyssal titan, 36 archaeology for the pouch protector relic, and 80 magic to cast spiritual healing per familiar. Gear recommended is all of the rune crafting pouches, the underworld grimoire 4, infinity ethereal outfit, passing bracelet, ring of imbuing, a couple of astral cosmic and body runes to cast spiritual healing once per familiar, a weapon with the mobile perk. Also a quick tip for invention is that mobile is the invention perk that reduces the cooldown of surge, escape, dive and bladed dive. You can add this perk to a weapon and armor gizmos. Items you'll need to stock up on are impure essence, abyssal titan pouches, and power burst of sorcery. The quests you'll need are rune mythos to actually be able to craft the runes, and if you have completed Hero's Welcome, it will give you 5% more runes. Other recommendations are the Underworld achievements, the Totem of Summoning, which will increase the duration of your familiar by 6 minutes, partial completion of the Livid Farm, access to dive or bladed dive, double surge, and using the relic pouch protector will save your pouches from degrading. For your backpack, you can set it up as the following preset along with the gear. As long as you have the pouches all filled, when you save the preset, they will automatically fill again when you load it. So no longer do you need to fill all the pouches individually, which saves a lot of time. If you're using the Abyssal Titan, you do need to make sure the runes are being added to its inventory, as for some reason, mine don't save with the preset, even with the familiar ticked as to load the inventory. But that could just be me. Then we just need all of the pouches, and we need to fill it with essence, and you'll need your ring, and if you have them, extreme rune crafting potions, power burst of sorcery, and the passing bracelet. If you're using the pouch protector relic, the suggested outfit is as follows, with the mobile perk on the offhand augmented enhanced Excalibur to shorten the cooldowns of the dive and surge abilities. So you have your ethereal head, the underworld grimoire, whichever version you have, more ethereal set, enhanced Excalibur, and you'll need your ring of imbuing. The suggested outfit without the pouch protector relic is as follows, replacing the augmented offhand with either a rune crafter's catalyst fragment or combined catalyst fragment to mitigate pouch degradation, and an augmented weapon in the main hand slot with the mobile perk instead. Additionally, an equipped rune pouch is included, containing the runes for either the repair rune pouch if it's been unlocked from Livid Farm or the NPC contact spell. Then we have the Infinity Ethereal set, Underworld Grimoire, the Grasping Rune Pouch, Augmented Offhand, Combined Catalyst Fragment, and the Ring of Imbuing. This is a typical trip with the passing bracelet. You can start at the Smithy Bank, the Smithy, or you can start at the Max Guild if you have it, or War's Retreat. Start at the Smithy Bank or War's Retreat for one-click tele, open bank, load preset, activate passing bracelet and teleport to the haunt on the hill. After the teleport, activate dive and click towards the dark portal, or click towards the dark portal and diagonally surge towards it. Enter the dark portal, run, dive or surge towards the altar, drink a power burst of sorcery if off cooldown, then craft the runes, teleport to Smithy with the Underworld Grimoire to bank, use the load last preset right click option from the chest, repeat from step 4. If you're not using the bracelet, you can use the Grimoire to killy, the smithy bank and then run back there using multiple surges. This method involves more travel, so you will get less runs per hour. I also had an issue with my familiar not loading the essence from the preset, so I still had to then load the bank and then manually add the essence to the familiar, which was a bit time consuming. Method tips. Extreme rune crafting only benefits spirit runes. Replace it with an additional impure essence for other necrotic runes. If the passing bracelet is not used, replace it with an additional impure essence. However, the number of trips an hour you can do comes down to around 90 from 180 to 240. Time per trip. So if you're using the passing bracelet to teleport to the haunted hill, you should be able to make around 180 to 240 trips per hour if you don't get distracted. You can see my test trips in the background. I was getting around 30 seconds on average, even with me stuffing it up and having to load my familiar inventory manually. When I was testing this, it took me about 30 seconds-ish. So for me, I think it would get to more like 120 runs per hour, as I'm a bit unco at loading the stages. And also my Titan didn't want to actually load the essence when I was loading the preset. That is if I could actually be bothered doing this for an hour. If you were a PVM master like most of the people on here, and had some skills unlike me, you could probably get the runs down to about 10 to 20 seconds. The best runes GP per hour. This will depend on the market prices of necro runes, so probably check first and see what's selling the best. If you're averaging 180 trips per hour based on GE prices at the time of recording, this is taking out the cost of impure essence, power burst and extreme rune crafting potions. For spirit runes, you can get 39 mil per hour, bone runes are 42 mil per hour, flesh runes 42 mil per hour, and finally miasma runes coming in at 39 mil per hour. So at this time it seems that the bone runes and flesh runes are about the same profit per hour, with spirit and miasma runes coming in a bit lower. So that is it for the necrotic runes. Let me know in the comments if you have any other tips or tricks for this method, or what I'm doing wrong with my familiar loading. Thanks for watching, hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.